Hello everyone, it's Barry here. Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. I hope you are well. Alright, in case you can't hear behind me, we've got some builders working outside our house today. Amazing, if we haven't had enough of that. But hopefully the microphone won't pick up too much. We are making an amazing one pot pasta today. It's one pot spaghetti. I'm using prawns, aka shrimps, but you could make it completely vegetarian. You could add any meats that your heart desires. So the ingredients are minimal. The full steps and write-up has been done at myvirginkitchen.com. So have a little listen and check out of that. Let's crack on and do it. It's so simple. I don't know what to do for the rest of the video really. I could always promote my new book, couldn't I? Sorry, I am going to be plugging this a lot. I'm super proud. This is a one pot recipe, so you need about 5 billion pots. No, you just need this one big saucepan. The prep is minimal too. We've got an onion, which I'm going to slice with my gadget, and 3 tomatoes, which we're just going to chop roughly. Love that so much. In fact, I don't know if this is going to work. Let's give this a go. Ooh, no, that didn't work. Sort of, apart from the head bit there. Yeah, it got a few tomatoes in there, but conclusion, chop your tomato. I just found another gadget. That's better. But of course you could just, just dice it yourself. To be honest, yeah, that is much quicker. These gadgets are like taking over my life. Cha-ching! Believe it or not, as Homer looks on in disapproval, that is most of the prep all done. Easy, innit? So get your pan ready. We're using a mixture of oil and butter today, so you could just use your standard oil like normal, or if you're feeling extra cheeky, you could go all out butter. Very naughty, but we're all naughty sometimes, aren't we? We're gonna mix it together. It's gonna give it a slightly nutty flavor, and a bit more, it's a bit more cheeky, let's put it that way. All right, so off the back of the last video, you'll know that the hob wasn't working. It now is. We're all safe, folks. In goes the oil and the butter. Boom. So let it sort of swirl around in there, begin to melt a little bit. Get yourself a wooden spoon ready as well, which whenever I don't cook using a camera now, I tend to use it as a microphone and sing power ballads. Sorry about that, I got a bit carried away. Now anyhow, the one thing I did forget to say about this recipe today is a lot of the ingredients we're using is frozen, which often is cheaper at the supermarket. You can buy frozen onions. I happen to have an onion there, which we saw me slice that up, but if they're frozen, they tend to be already sliced as well, so it's super lazy. Got a few tomatoes in there, as you saw with my gadget, so yours won't look like this completely. It won't have the tomato in there yet, but the onion goes in. Make noises if you want. A little bit of pepper from the butt of a dachshund. Mixy, mixy, mix. This is actually some frozen garlic that you can get in the supermarket. If not, use about 2 garlic cloves, which I'm just going to add that in there. Estimate there, about 1.5 teaspoons. Mix that through. I love the frozen garlic as well, because you can buy this, say, in the supermarkets, and you haven't got to chop it up or anything like that, get smelly fingers. Let it sort of cook away for about 5 minutes or so, just to soften up and release. Oh my gosh, the kitchen's smelling amazing already. Hey guys, is it smelling good? That is looking amazing, folks. So we've got our tomatoes from earlier. Chuck those in there. Wow, 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 wow. That's my official stirring noise now. Wow, wow, wow. And then only a little bit. This is some coriander that we use later on just to garnish it, but mostly the stalks, a few leaves in there. They'll just wilt as well, so stir that through too. So all we're looking to do right now is just soften up those tomatoes. Let's give that, I'd say, another 4 to 5 minutes. What I like about this recipe is I make lots of variations on it, but it's very, very easy to scale up and customize. You could add so many vegetables to this as well. Like, actually, you could roast butternut squash. I did that once, and that was really nice for like a sort of autumnal vibe. Oh yeah. Hello, Mum.
Hello.
My mum's asking me if I want a spray tan. If you see my Snapchat the other day, you would have seen that she's got a pop-up tent. Alrighty, that's looking good. Some juices coming out of the tomatoes there. It doesn't matter that it's wet because we are right now adding in chicken stock. You could use beef stock, you could use vegetable stock, you could even use fish stock. It is that blooming flexible. If that tomato-ness isn't enough for you, that's good, because we're adding in some passata now, which is really nice. It's got a mix of chopped tomatoes, so really finely chopped with basil in there. Wow, I'm not sure if you can hear that, that's really loud. This is where I'm gonna really customize it, okay? So here you can add things like sriracha. This, boom, looks like sriracha a little bit. It is sweet chili sauce. So, you know, a good tablespoon of that going in there. Feel free now to season it, like maybe even add some balsamic vinegar, I don't know, Worcester sauce, whatever you like. You know, just put your favorite things in there, apart from cake. Cake wouldn't be good right now. Okay, another thing from the freezer. These are little, little green people that you see in a cartoon. It's actually frozen spinach, okay? So that can just go straight in there. It will thaw out in the heat. Fresh spinach as well. It's about 100 grams, okay? So whichever you go for. And a good handful of peas. All right, so you can see how frozen they are. Randomly, do you know the best way to cook peas apparently is in the microwave? On the packaging of most packets of peas, it just suggests best cooked in the microwave. I wonder if that's because it cooks them from the inside out or something, but I love peas. So all we're wanting to do is bring this to a boil, and as you can tell, I'm not really rushing, because when we're adding the frozen ingredients in particularly, it's bringing the water temperature down. Now this is some fresh pasta. That's actually linguine, it's not spaghetti, but I tend to normally use spaghetti. Believe it or not, the shop didn't have any spaghetti in there. I went there quite late last night, otherwise I get stalked by people on Instagram and Snapchat. True story. The good thing about it being fresh pasta as well is it will cook like almost instantly. It only takes about 5 minutes compared to the standard dry pasta. But that would work exactly the same too. You just dump that in and just boil it a little longer. It's still a one pot. Remember to make sure you stir all the ingredients right up from the bottom as well. Let them all intermingle. I'm loving the fusion of colours there. In the nicest way, it looks like a posh pot noodle right now, but I just had a little taste off the spoon, which is the great thing. You can tweak it as we cook. It's tasting really good. All right, that's simmering away nicely, but while there's still a little bit of water in there, boom, in go our jumbo prawns. These have been peeled, by the way, as well, okay? They tend to take about 5 to 6 minutes to cook through when they're like this. So we're just gonna sort of, I don't know, delve it? Is that the word? They're gonna deep sea dive into all that flavour. That heat is starting to thaw out already. We're gonna let this cook away. Oh, and it should reduce down too. Can you stop foraging, mate? And you. They know I'm doing a video, they're on the lookout. So all we're doing is letting that simmer away. Do stir it every couple of minutes, and I'm not gonna season it anymore other than just adding that little pinch of salt that you've seen. But really, that is how easy it is. We're just letting this simmer through. But as it is like that, if you like it a little bit more wet, a bit more juicy, a kind of soup vibe, you're done. Well, as long as you cook your prawns for 6 minutes. I absolutely love lazy recipes because I can just keep my eye on it and have a coffee. While it simmers down, all I can do is do some sort of romantic moment where we delve into the delicious one pan pot. Look at this, you're in there right now. Okay. Alrighty folks, it is time to serve it up. So straight out of the pan, I'm just gonna spoon, even though I'm not using a spoon, I'm using tongs, the spaghetti on there. It is full of flavour in there, you see that? Actually, you know what? A slotted spoon would be way better. Check that out. Boom, pile it on there. Loving that. That's enough. We've got enough for at least 2 to 3 good adult portions there. Give it some black pepper. That is my new noise, folks. This is some fresh Grana Padano cheese. I've actually been offered a chance to go out to Italy and learn how this stuff is made. Not till November, but I think I'm gonna do it, folks. Look out for a video on that. That should be really cool. Cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. And then just a sprinkle of coriander on top. Now, a lot of you guys have been saying, Barry, your presentation's getting good. Look at that, that ain't too bad, is it? Apart from that bit. But to be honest, folks, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's what it tastes like. Oh my gosh, I've left it for a couple of minutes and the cheese is all sort of mingled in on the top. It's gone all creamy. Oh my word. It's one of the best ones I've ever made. Stonking. And the great thing is, using some of the frozen ingredients, we can actually, once it's fully cooled down, we can freeze it and make it in bulk, or batch make it, whatever you call it. So there we are, folks. If you've got a recipe request, do let me know down below. I'll give it a go if I can. Follow us on social media for loads of behind the scenes bits and bobs. Subscribe for regular recipes and food fun. Don't forget to pre-order my book if you wish to. And don't forget there is also a weekly podcast, which is free on iTunes, Stitcher and stuff you can download. And people are loving it. So cheers. Give that a go. Honestly, it's phenomenal.